It's time for another challenge build. This challenge build was given to us by a viewer named BKBW, who asked me to create a telekinetic build that focuses on pushing and pulling people around. Let's do this. So right off the bat, the first question that comes to my mind is who gets telekinetic and who gets levitate? And that is going to be a sorcerer and a wizard. They both get the two main spells that come to mind when I think about someone who pushes and pulls someone. So to me, this is going to be a sorcerer or a wizard build, and I think both are completely viable. On the sorcerer side, we have the Clockwork Soul Sorcerer, who allows us to take extra transmutation spells, which typically these telekinetic spells tend to be transmutation. On the wizard side, transmutation wizard does kind of stand out, but it doesn't really focus in on the more telekinetic side of transmutation, but it kind of focuses more on the transforming things part of transmutation. And so I actually think Graviturgy Wizard fits the best, because even though it's focused on gravity, you can easily flavor gravity to just be your telekinetic mind, either slowing them down or making your teammates lighter. So that's the route I'd go with Wizard, but I'm going to go the Sorcerer route for this particular build. Both are viable though. So now that we know the Clockwork Soul Sorcerer is the right pick for us, well, what lineage stands out? When I think about a psychic lineage, the Githyanki and the Githzerai definitely stand out to me. Especially the Githzerai, because they have the mental defenses that kind of give them advantage against Frightened and the Charmed condition, which as a sorcerer we're really going to appreciate, because wisdom saves can be a sorcerer's weakness. Additionally, we can flavor shield to kind of repel enemies using our psychic ability, which is pretty cool. Then it comes with detect thoughts, which just doesn't really fit the flavor, but it is there. Now the most telekinetic thing that the Githzerai is going to give us is the ability to use Mage Hand invisibly, and that's awesome. It's basically telekinesis, right? Well, we're going to be taking the telekinetic feat at some point, and that makes this feature completely redundant after we get it, but that's going to take until at least level 4, and so from levels 1 to 3, the Githzerai's ability to use that Mage Hand can shine. Now another one that is less psychic flavored, but you could make it psychic flavored, is the Ergenasi. The Ergenasi gets 2 spells that are really perfect for this telekinesis type playstyle, and that is Featherfall. You're slowly dropping your allies down using your brain, or Levitate. You pick up an enemy using the force and let your teammates kill them from afar, or you can join. Now both of those are great spells on our spell list, but we can get them whether or not we go into Ergenasi, so for that reason I'm going to go with the Githzerai. It's a little bit better on flavor, and I think it just covers a couple more of our weaknesses instead of just leaning further into our already strong strongs. As for our stats, we want to have max charisma, then constitution, then dexterity, your normal sorcerer stats, but we want to make sure our charisma is odd so that when we pick up our half feat, we go ahead and round out that charisma. Once we get the telekinetic half feat, we are able to use our bonus action to either attempt to move an enemy or to move our ally, so we have quite a bit of control already. Just think about at level 3, we already have levitate, we already have twin spell meta magic, so we can levitate 2 people at once, and then we can bonus action pull an ally out of the range without creating an opportunity attack of an enemy, or to push enemies into crappy situations. We have a lot we can do already, and it comes on pretty powerful pretty quick. It's honestly a fairly straightforward build. After you have that set up, it's just taking the spells that fit the flavor. Now some of these spells fit the flavor perfectly, and some of them you have to do a bit of a twist. I'm thinking like Maximilian's Earthen Grasp would have to be like this psychic hand, similar to a Mage Hand. But the combination of Maximilian's Earthen Grasp with Levitate means that you have a lot of coverage with your second level spells to really incapacitate one single enemy. And when it comes to multiple enemies, we have something like Web, where we can kind of be restraining people with our psychic thoughts. And someone mentioned that, you know, can we really burn our psychic thoughts, that part of Web? I don't know, get creative. Maybe the gravity shifted around there and it makes it more enticing for fire to be there. I don't know, it's D&D, have fun. As for our third level spells, I think we can reasonably take Slow or Hypnotic Pattern and flavor it with our telekinetic mind. And really, there's a ton of spells we can flavor this way. Bigsby's Hand, Wall of Force, Warding Wind, even Animate Objects. So we can take these spells that are already good, or take some spells that we normally wouldn't take but they fit the flavor really well, mix them together, and ultimately what we are is a powerful sorcerer with a focus on moving people here and there. Overall, a pretty straightforward build for a pretty straightforward challenge, but I'd like to hear what you guys would do given the same challenge. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, I love receiving your guys' challenge, so if you have some challenge builds you want to send my way, go ahead and leave those in the comments down below, and if you're lucky, I might just do a build on it. But with that, my friends, I hope you have yourselves an incredible day, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you then.